Major headlines. NNPCL secures 318 billion naira to fund new oil exploration. IBAS meets Tinubu, EFCC chain in Aso Rock. FG orders clamp down on fake certificates. Sets enforcement deadline. I'll protect Yoruba interest if elected president. Atiku. Sports. Tinubu urges Commonwealth to award 2030 games to Nigeria. MLS. Messi scores as Miami edge New York FC 4-0. Entertainment. Actress Mercy Aigbe loses mother. Emeka Rollas alleges conspiracy ahead of AGM elections. News in detail. NNPCL secures 318 billion naira to fund new oil exploration. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has received 318.05 billion naira between January and August 2025 for frontier oil exploration, findings have shown. This is according to documents from the September 2025 Federation Accounts Allocation Committee meeting obtained by the press. The deductions represent 30% of production sharing contract profits, which are automatically set aside each month for exploration in inland basins. The Petroleum Industry Act 2021 created the Frontier Exploration Fund, which mandates that 30% of profits from NNPC's production sharing contracts be channeled into oil search across underexplored basins, including Anambra, Bida, Dahomey, Sokoto, Chad, and Benue. Regulations also require the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission to manage the fund through an escrow account and issue an annual frontier basin exploration and development plan. IBAS meets Tinubu, EFCC chair in Aso Rock. The immediate past Rivers State Administrator, Vice Admiral Ete IBAS, was on Wednesday in Aso Rock, where he was received by President Bola Tinubu in company with the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, and the Chairman of the Economic and Financial 3 days after the ex-Sole administration rejected calls by the Rivers State House of Assembly to probe spending during its 6-month watch. Edu had been cited arriving at the villa on Wednesday evening. However, he returned later carrying a file. Details of the meeting were not made public at the time of filing the report, although one source close to the president confirmed that Iba's appearance is connected to a 6-month stewardship in the oil rich state. FG orders clamp down on fake certificates, set enforcement deadline. The federal government has announced the nationwide enforcement of the national policy of the Nigerian Education Repository and Data Bank concerning academic credential verification. This enforcement is scheduled to commence on October 6, 2025. According to a circular issued by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, they said 8 August and made available to newsmen in Abuja on Wednesday. All ministries, departments, agencies, and higher institutions in Nigeria must implement a structured verification process for the academic credentials of all current and prospective staff. This process is to be conducted through the National Credential Verification Service under the NED program. Akuma emphasized that no appointment will be confirmed without NCVS clearance, affirming the authenticity of academic qualifications presented. I will protect Yoruba's interests if elected president, Atiku. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has pledged that the interests of the Yoruba will occupy a topmost place in his administration's policies if elected president in 2027. He described as unfounded the narrative of fear that his presidency, if elected, might lead to Hausa or Fulani domination over Yoruba or other ethnic groups. The entire Yoruba stock is my larger extended family and in-laws, Atiku stated in a statement on Thursday, issued in Abuja by his media consultant, Kola Johnson. The ex-vice president stressed that his marital and personal ties to the Yoruba made such fears baseless. He said, I count myself extremely lucky indeed to have had a wife from among these noble species of the human race, which by this token implies that the bond uniting me together with the Yoruba is aptly like the genetic bond of the family. This is why the Yoruba, whether individually or collectively, have always occupied a special place in my heart. He promised that if elected, the Southwest would be central to his policy. Tinubu orders restoration of oil production in Ogoni. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has directed the National Secretary Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, to immediately commence engagement with the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Ogoni communities in Rivers State, and other stakeholders for the resumption of oil production. Tinubu gave the order while receiving the report of the Presidential Committee on the Ogoni consultations, chaired by former Vice Chancellor of the University of Port Harcourt, Professor Don Baridam, at the State House Abuja yesterday. The delegation was led by Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Oil exploration in Ogoni land was altered in 1993, following widespread protests by the indigenous against environmental degradation. Naira abuse inflates printing expenses, CBN warns. The Central Bank of Nigeria has raised the alarm that the abuse and poor handling of Naira banknotes are significantly increasing the cost of printing and replacing them. This warning came on Wednesday during the launch of a nationwide sensitization campaign on proper Naira handling held in Abuja. Delivering a keynote address, the Deputy Governor Operations Directorate, Dr. Bala Bello, represented by the Director of Currency Operations and Branch Management Department, Dr. Adedeji Adetono, stressed that the Naira is more than just a medium of exchange. The Naira is more than a means of payment. It represents our national pride, our sovereignty, and our shared destiny as a people. Unfortunately, careless practices, folding, tearing, spraying at social events, writing on notes, and outright mutilation undermine the dignity of our national symbol and increase the cost of maintaining it, Bello said. He cautioned that unless corrective action is taken, Nigerians will continue to bear the financial consequences. FCT poll. Political parties get INEC nod to begin campaign. The Independent National Electoral Commission has officially announced the commencement of political campaigns for the 2026 Federal Capital Territory Area Council elections. In a statement issued on Wednesday by INEC's National Commissioner and Chairman of the Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumekun, the Commission confirmed that political parties can begin public campaign from today, with the window remaining open until midnight on February 19, 2026. The Commission made this known in accordance with Section 94 subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022 and Item 8 of the timetable and schedule of activities for the election. The FCT Area Council election itself is scheduled to take place on Saturday, February 24, 2026. According to the statement, Olumeku stressed that while campaigns are a legitimate part of the electoral process, they must be conducted within the bounds of the law. Motorists stranded as flood overruns Lagos communities. Vehicular and business activities were paralyzed across parts of Lagos State on Wednesday after hours of heavy downpour triggered flash floods in several communities in the state. It was observed that the downpour wreaked havoc in flood-prone areas across the state, which includes Maryland, Lekki, Ogba, and Ikorodu. This is as residents and business owners lamented how their homes and shops were overrun by the flood. Similarly, multiple videos seen across social media platforms by our correspondents showed residents wading through their flooded neighborhoods, while motorists were also seen moving at a slow pace on flooded roads. On Olatunji Street in Maryland, the overflow of a canal cut off access to the adjoining Mende community. The resident, Chinaza Nnamdi, said the flood had been a recurring sight whenever it rained, and as long as residents in both neighborhoods could remember. Sports. Tinubu urges Commonwealth to award 2030 Games to Nigeria. President Bola Tinubu has expressed Nigeria's readiness to host the 2030 Commonwealth Games, as the country hopes to make history as the first African nation to host the Games. The 2030 Commonwealth Games will also mark the centenary celebration of the event, which was first held in Hamilton, Canada in 1930. Commonwealth Sports President Donald Buhari confirmed earlier this month that Nigeria will face competition from India as the two countries that have put in bids to host the 2030 edition of the Games after they both met in August 31 deadline. Nigeria had penciled Abuja as the preferred host city, while Ahmedabad was put forward by India. In a passionate message to the Commonwealth, Tinubu described Nigeria as the gateway to Africa and urged the body to recognize the continent's central place in the future of the Games. To the Commonwealth family, it is time for Africa, Tinubu wrote in post cited on his official social media account. MLS. Messi scores as Miami edged New York FC 4-0. Lionel Messi scored 2 goals and assisted on another as Inter Miami thumped New York City FC 4-0 on Wednesday to clinch an MLS Cup playoff berth. Another classic performance by Messi propelled the Argentine superstar to the solo lead on Major League Soccer's scoring list, taking him to 24 goals in 23 matches played, 2 more than LAFC's Dennis Bouanga. Luis Suarez converted a penalty for Inter as he returned from a 3-game ban for spitting on a City staff member after Inter's loss to the Sounders in the League Cup final. Baltazar Rodriguez also scored for Miami as they secured a playoff spot in convincing style. Entertainment. Actress Mercy Aigbe loses mother. Nollywood actress Mercy Aigbe on Tuesday announced the death of her mother. The actress shared the sad news on Instagram with a candlelight image against the broken art background captioned R.I.P. Mom. The announcement drew a wave of condolence messages from colleagues, fans, and friends in the entertainment industry. Actress Iyabo Ojo wrote, "So sorry, Ore. May a gentle soul rest in perfect peace." Controversial crossdresser Idris Olarinwaju commented, "Sorry, sis." Actress Dayo Amusa wrote, "My sincere condolences, Adike." Motilola also wrote, "So sorry, Mama. Accept my condolences." Actor Bolanle Nolowo stated, "My condolences." Other celebrities like Omowumi Ajiboye and Tayo Faniro also sent in their sympathy messages, praying for the repose of her mother's soul. Emeka Rollas alleged conspiracy ahead of AGM's election. President of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, Emeka Rollas, has expressed concerns about the forthcoming AGM national elections. In a post on Instagram, Rollas alleged a conspiracy surrounding the polls and criticized the former AGM president, who he accused of failing to make meaningful contributions during their tenure, but now calling for an investigation into the current administration. He questioned the credibility and motives behind the former president's action, stressing that that their record does not justify their present stance. He wrote, I laugh aloud at the conspiracy surrounding the upcoming AGM national elections. How a former national president who didn't leave a pin behind for the crowd is clamoring for the probe of a government that has proven everybody wrong. Things are happening. Recap of the major headlines. NNPCL secures 318 billion naira to fund new oil exploration. Ibas meets Tinubu EFCC chair in Asura. FG orders clamp down on fake certificates, set enforcement deadline. I'll protect Yoruba's interest if elected president. Sports. Tinubu urges Commonwealth to award 2030 games to Nigeria. MLS. Messi scores as Miami edge New York FC 4-0. Entertainment. Actress Messi Aibe loses mother. Emeka Rollas alleged conspiracy ahead of AGM elections. Follow us on all our social
Looking for
media.
reliable brand for
Facebook
import
at
and
Ifako
export,
Radio,
logistics,
YouTube at Ifako Radio, WhatsApp at Ifako Radio, X at Ifako Radio, Instagram at Ifako_radio. For news reporting, email us at ifakoradio@gmail.com or call or WhatsApp 091 Special thanks to the news producer Olani. Thanks for watching. I'm Olani. Have a wonderful day. God bless.
ticket booking, or general merchandising? At Divine and Grace Enterprises, they specialize in seamless global trade, efficient cargo handling, top-notch travel support, and trusted merchant services. Whether it's getting your goods across borders, booking a flight, or managing cargo with precision, they deliver with speed, reliability, and care. You can visit them at Nako Export Warehouse, International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos State. You can contact them on 0803-406-1483, 0817-287-4375, or email it divineandgraceenterprises@gmail.com. Divine and Grace Enterprise, your reliable brand for logistics and merchandise.